We're following a guy called Creating Mayhem, who's one of my good friends. I used to play on a team with him, and hopefully it will be a good game. Tempe, have you managed to join us in the loading screen yet?
Yes, yes, I have, and it is also recording. And hi, guys.
Excellent. So we see on the blue team here, we've got Natsuja69 playing Shyvana, Yule Champ playing Leona, Creating Mayhem on LeBlanc. Creating Mayhem is my friend. Mr. Mizu playing Explorer Ezreal, and Alex QQ playing Jax. And who do we have here on the red team, Tempe?
We have Soli on Sin, Raz the Panda on Arcade S0na, Erlimar on Heimerdinger, and Netic HD on Zed, and Black Energy on Ezreal. Sorry for the fangirl squeal on Panda, but Panda are my favorite animals apart from tigers, and it's just like super cuddly.
Yeah, you are a big fan of pandas. Going to
Indeed.
organise our overlays here very quickly. What do you think is going to happen in this game? Because they're both relatively normal team comps. A little bit of unusual with the LeBlanc picking mid and the Heimerdinger pick as well. But what do you think is gonna go on in this game here?
Let's see. We have Leona Ezreal on bottom versus Ezreal and S0na. So it's a mirror match, but it will come down. My professional guess is it will come down to the supports who can control the opposing AD carry. Middle, I'm guessing it's gonna be Zed LeBlanc, and if Zed can dodge her Ethereal Chains and her Distortion, he can easily outtake her around level 6. While Heimerdinger is the best bet versus Jax because of his little turrets and that blind that he has, so he can easily control Jax. I've seen this matchup earlier, like a few times, and it works brilliantly if Heimerdinger plays properly.
We actually see Jax tanking up a couple of tower shots here. Zed is going to come in from the side, not able to get there in time. Would have been very funny if he'd given up a kill there, although not very nice to go 0-1 before you even started the game. It shows away your intentions a little bit there, don't you think, Tempe?
It does, it really does. Not sure if Jax wants to try to throw the game or is just trying to feed. It gives him a slight disadvantage because every Jax wants to just avalanche, and you cannot avalanche a Jax if you're playing Jax properly. If you're playing Jax badly at the start, he's a really. If you shut him down early game, he doesn't bounce back.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see, because if you do get enough farm on that Jax, you can use Grandmaster's Might, that ultimate get in there. It actually looks like we're going to have a Heimerdinger S0na top lane going down here, so that's going to be really interesting. Ezreal's going to be playing 1v1 in the bottom lane versus the Mr. Mizu on the other Ezreal, but here comes Leona across as well, and that's going to be a very hard lane for Black Energy there on Ezreal.
It really will. But also Ezreal is one of the champions that he can easily 1v2 because of his arcane shift. He has, do apologize for that, arcane shift, and he has the flash, and also he took ignite instead of the typical barrier that you see on AD carries. So he was already prepared for something like this, while S0na, Heimerdinger on top trying to shut down Jax is really well. Sin picking up his red buff. I do thank you for picking up a bit of play-by-play, but it is your natural position.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's fine.
Lee Sin Suli here is actually coming into the bottom lane. He's going to try and perform a gank here, trying to help out his Ezreal. The CS is at the moment the same, and I think they're hoping that Leona will wait for the level 2 and then go in for this engage. She might get caught out a little bit here.
Sonic Wave drops on Leona, and he immediately safeguards out because of that level 2. Red Ezreal is on 50% health, will go down as Blue Ezreal arcane shifts in. Lee Sin still continuing to chase, low on health, flash for first blood, safeguard is up. Lee Sin continuing to harass Leona, picks up a turret hit and pulls back.
Yeah, really well played there by the Lee Sin. Ezreal went a bit too deep. Mr. Black Energy getting caught out a little bit. Mr. Mizu used his arcane shift to get into the middle of the fight there.
Zed being caught in Ethereal Chains from LeBlanc. LeBlanc is popped her passive, and Ignite wasted. So Zed could easily pick up a kill.
And we see Shyvana coming into the top lane. Res the Panda has warded that, and she's going to have to back away because of it. And As we were talking about that bottom lane fight, Mr. Mizu went a bit too deep. Ignite there, going down mid lane.
Yep, could be a dead LeBlanc. She is using her healing potion and that saves her with a sliver of health. But here comes Shyvana from the side. She can easily pick up a very dead Zed. He was forced to flash. Shyvana flashes after him and she picks up the kill.
Black Energy getting taken down very low in the bottom lane as well. That 2v1 lane is just harassing him down. He's ahead on CS and he's ahead on levels, but he can't stay in the lane any longer.
No, he didn't go back after that first blood that Lee Sin took. He continued to farm because Leona was forced to go back, but it will cost him if he... Now the CS and this slight advantage that he picked up.
Yeah,
Shyvana moving top.
The fact that she managed to come around into the middle lane and pick up that kill on Anetic HD, I think it's pronounced, really helped her out, and it helped the LeBlanc out as well, because LeBlanc managed to get that assist. It's a couple of CS behind, but it's gone double Dormans, and double Dormans is a really strong early burst game damage, and that's what you want on LeBlanc. We see Netsuka coming in here, and she's going to jump onto Heimerdinger.
He jumps on Heimerdinger, but is forced to pull back because S0na and those turrets are dealing very good poke magic damage, so he needs to play more carefully. He is behind in CS. He is pushed to the turret, so he's farming as best as he can, but this is a this could be a 3-man dive on that top lane. Jax will be forced to pull back as Heimerdinger and S0na will work on that turret. Leona and Ezreal pushing Black Energy to his turret, so they are trying to keep him at bay as they're dead even in CS at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like they should be able to just push down this turret. They've got about a quarter of its health down, and because they're Ezreal and Leona, they don't have the best pushing power in the world. Ezreal does get a bit of extra attack speed from his passive, but they shouldn't be able to push it down too hard, especially with Black Energy there using his Mystic Shots, trying to get some harass down. Natsuja has been able to defend this top turret, and that's only taken about 1/10 of its health, so really not a great push coming out here from the Heimerdinger and S0na. I think they were trying to deny Jax out of CS, but really haven't done that well. He's got his Doran's Blade, got his Doran's Shield as well, which he started off with, and is only a couple of CS behind. And Jax, yes, you can shut him down early, but if he's able to stay close enough on farm, as soon as he hits level 6, he's going to be a menace to deal with.
Here comes Jax jumping in on Heimerdinger. They continue to chase. Shyvana is still there. They force a flash out of Heimerdinger. His Ignite is still up. S0na doesn't have her Crescendo yet. She's level 5. He continues to jump and they'll just pull back because he jumped into that huge minion wave. Shyvana low on health as well.
Looks like Lee Sin tried to come in for the gank in this bottom lane, but wasn't
Jax
able
jumping
to
in back on S0na. The the Panda forced to flash, but Jax picks up the kill.
Yeah, Alex QQ doing very nicely there, forcing the flash out of Res the Panda and then flashing just before that counter strike expired, getting the stun down. S0na did manage to land her exhaust, but it was too little too late as Alex QQ put down the Ignite and managed to secure that kill. Really well done by him. We look at this bottom lane again, and Lee Sin's been camping it a little bit. Black Energy has hit level 6 now. It's got that True Shot barrage and will be able to clear out the minions a little bit quicker. But it's really not going to help him that much. He's 8 CS behind, and that puts him not a huge amount of... He's actually ahead in gold at the moment because of that assist that he got. But it's really going to challenge him. As soon as Leona gets
in
6,
trouble in the middle.
LeBlanc
using Distortion to jump on him, but he did manage to survive and is on 50% health.
Here comes the engaging bot lane, and the Zenith Blade misses there. Yulchamp not quite able to hit it. As I said, that Ezra is really gonna struggle. Black Energy not gonna have a fun time in lane. Creating mayhem here against Synthetic really has not done as much as he would have liked to. He's about 4 CS, 5 CS behind, not being able to harass an Etic down there on the Zed as much as you would want to at this early stage of the game. We see S0na has actually decided to come down into this bottom lane. The Pandas have come down, but there's an engage in mid lane.
Shyvana coming in using her ultimate, Dragon Descent. Zed is on health. He picks up with his death mark LeBlanc as Shyvana finishes him off.
Yeah, Zed did really well there, actually using the death mark to dodge the Dragon's Descent that came out of Shyvana, so he didn't get knocked back. That CC wasn't applied, and it meant that LeBlanc wasn't able to escape in the way that she would have wanted to. Wasn't able to use her Distortion or her Mimic ultimate, which repeats the last spell that was cast. Wasn't able to use him to get away from the fight in the way she would have wanted to. She did pop her Ignite, managed to get the assist down on that kill. She's a kill down, but she has got those 2 assists, and Shyvana is getting those kills in the mid lane. Gone for that Bilgewater Cutlass, gonna probably build that into a Blade of the Ruin King. I seriously doubt it will be a Hex Tech Gunblade. But
no, it won't. It will be Blade of the Ruin King. It's a really good item for her. Jax jumps on Heimerdinger, who did push him there, drops him low, he gets stunned, and Heimerdinger just walks away, leaving a little present in the lane. On bottom we have Lee Sin jumping in on Leona. Leona uses Solar Flare, gets kicked to the wall. Black Energy picks up the kill. That is a level 6 S0na that used Crescendo. And Mr. Mizu is an item ahead. He has that Fade Drop, so he'll have that movement speed. Ezreal really needed that kill, like actually Black Energy needed that kill. So he's now on 2030 gold, so he could be coming back and buying something as he pushes the lane, as Lee Sin and S0na go on the dragon. As on top, Jax finishes off Heimerdinger, and this is where Jax is starting to hurt. He's dead even in CS, has that Vampiric Scepter, and he will just continue farming to get that Trinity Force and get that Blade of the Ruined King, and he will avalanche after it if he isn't stopped in the next few fights on top. Mr. Mizu slightly in trouble. They force a flash out of Black Energy. Black Energy dropping low on health. S0na and Lee Sin coming from the side. Black Energy goes down as Shyvana picks up the kill with that burnout. True Shot Barrage used by Mr. Mizu. Here comes Lee Sin using his Sonic Wave to jump on Shyvana, making that a shutdown. Mr. Mizu in trouble as S0na picks up the kill with that Q. LeBlanc in trouble in the middle, gets popped her passive, and Zed picks up a very easy kill.
Yeah, nicely done there by Zed, managing to pick up that kill. You were talking about Jax being able to avalanche, and he should be able to do that from this point on. While that was happening, Lee Sin and S0na managed to secure that dragon. Black Energy got caught out a little bit, burnt his flash a bit early, managed to get taken down, but it burnt Natsuja, Shyvana's flash, getting in underneath that tower, which meant when Suli came across, she didn't have that ability to dodge Sonic Wave. Mr. Mizu kind of misflashed a little bit, sort of flashed back in towards where the Sonic Wave was coming from. He didn't have any mana, he didn't have any escapes then, and wasn't able to get away from them, allowing them to secure those 2 kills. And they got the kill on Leona earlier, obviously, as well, so very, very good trade there for the red team. Puts them about 1,500 gold in the lead. The problem's going to be that LeBlanc is not fed, and she's not
Jax jumping on Heimerdinger on top. Heimerdinger is using both of his turrets, uses his ultimate. He goes down as Jax picks up a very easy kill, not even dropping to 50% health.
Yeah, nicely done there by Alex QQ, and we talked about that. That's the Grandmaster's Might into Build Water Cutlass combination. It's just does so much damage, and people can't escape you. We actually see Natsuja lining up for a gank here in the bottom lane, but Suli is tempted. He's coming across.
Mr. Mizu on 50% health. Ezreal continues to, Black Energy continues to chase. They use the E ability of S0na. She heals up a bit. Here comes Nasuji from behind. Black Energy low on health, but Crescendo stops both of them. Solar Flare picks, drops, stuns them, and that was Ezreal picking up a kill. Slowly coming from the side, he misses with Sonic Wave, and they'll just pull back because it's a 3-on-2 and S0na's low on mana and low on health.
Yeah, they had to back out from that one. Nicely done by Mr. Mizu and Yuachamp there to lock up the opposing Ezreal. And Ted and Etik is getting jumped on in the mid lane. A bit of damage coming down. Ethereal Chains does hit, and he has to use that Shadow to jump away there. It's Living Shadow being used. You don't really want to use that early. Alex QQ sort of farming up here in the top lane. Going to use that leaf strike just to jump onto his minions, trying to steal away as much of the opposing jungle as he can as well. Mayhem,
This was actually the perfect time for an Etik HD to jump back on creating Mayhem, because creating Mayhem's abilities were on cooldown, and that's when you fight LeBlanc. Wow. Missed that, but Lee Sin just 1v1 Shyvana and won.
Shyvana was about half health, got caught out a little bit. The Tempest and Cripple came out, slowing her down. She wasn't able to get away with that burnout, and then as soon as he hit a Sonic Wave, used that, jumped in and used his Dragon Blade.
Zed jumps on LeBlanc with his Death Sentence, will pick up a kill. She is ignited. Zed picks up the kill as Lee Sin just safeguarded him, and they walk away as Zed was tanking the turret.
It was a nice attempt there by creating Mayhem to dupe them out. He left his actual person standing by the tower and ran away with his clone, but the death mark was too much damage, and he wasn't able to survive even with the Civ HD level dukes. Looking down the farm, we see that it's a definite advantage here for the blue team. The only lane that's losing in the farm is mid lane. That's Mayhem bursts into the Etik, and he's about 26 CS behind. But Jax is ahead, has those extra kills as well. Ezreal in the bottom lane is ahead of Black Energy, and it looks like Suli might be coming around towards a gank here in the bottom lane.
Jax is thinking about ganking Zed in the middle. He'll just pull back, moving towards Heimerdinger. They are pinging for him, but
engagement in the bottom lane.
Black Energy in trouble. Solar Flare misses as he arcane shifts away. His flash will just be up. He did ignite Mr. Mizu, misses with just barely hits with his True Shot Barrage. Mr. Mizu lives as they turn towards Shyvana. Zenith Blade did land on Lee Sin as he picks up the kill because of it, and they will continue to chase.
Rampage 4-0-3 there on that Lee Sin. Got his Tiamat, got his Vampire accepted. Probably going to build into a Rammus Hydra, and he's going deep on this one.
Yep, he is, but his Sonic Wave missed.
Just missed there. Wasn't quite able to secure that kill.
No, but it could be a first turret of the game.
Yeah. Black Energy and Res the Panda should be able to take this one down. That Eye of Sauron is not going to last for much longer. The ring has been put into the Mount Doom in Mordor and it gets destroyed. Sauron has been defeated, my friend.
Oh dear God, since when have we changed places? I was the one doing puns mostly before.
See Black Energy back anyway, and we talked about Alex QQ and that Avalanche. He's 3-1, 91 CS, that's 40 CS, or 35 CS of his opponent at the moment. Has that build for the Cutlass and must be sitting on a bunch of gold. There's the Panda actually getting caught out here. She's going to get jumped on.
Yep, 3-man gank on Res the Panda. Nice crescendo hitting all 3 of them. Here comes Black Energy walking over that ward, gets hit by True Shot Barrage as Res the Panda flashes into the Dragon Pit. Dragon should be up in 30 seconds. Nice safeguard trying to save her. Kick into the wall as Ezreal picks up the kill with that Mystic Shot or auto attack. Didn't quite see, but it was 1-for-1 trade-off. And Lee Sin looking for more blood. He's walking past that bush ward. But Enetic HD is working nicely on that mid turret, and if that drops, they'll actually have better control over the map.
If you're Res the Panda, you take that trade any day. Yes, you burnt your Crescendo. Yes, you burnt your Flash. You managed to burn Deathmark.
Using Deathmark on LeBlanc, he did drop in. He will be safeguarded by Lee Sin and survive. Now, this is where you have a problem. When Zed is 4-0, 116 CS over...
Alex QQ diving in the top lane, managing to get the kill, but he's going to go down to tower aggro here. Oh
God, shut down.
Purple caster minions are too strong in this game.
I have Sauron did manage to claim that one.
Too many eyes of Sauron these days. I thought there was only one, but just they're all over the place. And as you were saying, Enetic is so ahead of this mid lane now. 0-4-0 on Creating Mayhem on Blanc. Enetic has 4-2-0, got his Brutalizer, got his Build Waters, building that into his Blade of the Ruined King there. And it's just going to be so strong when he completes that item. You stack Deathmark with Ignite and Blade of the Ruined King. You get so much extra damage at the end of it. And one thing I haven't actually seen that I'd like to see coming out here from Creating Mayhem is dodging the Deathmark with Distortion. I'm not sure if it's possible, because I'm not sure if you go untargetable during it, but I'd like to see him try it.
We need to actually test that. I'm not sure either. I know that you can stall it with, that you can save yourself from it by Zhonya's Hourglass. Nice use of Living Shadow for Enetic HD to dodge LeBlanc's most of the damage.
Engaging bot lane though.
They are Leona using her ultimate. Here comes Shyvana as well. Her ultimate will be up really soon. They continue to chase. Both Leona and Shyvana low on health. Mr. Mizu using all of his abilities. Not Shyvana pick up the kill, and they're just going to turn away. The rest, the Panda didn't do much. Here comes Lee Sin. He can safeguard to the wall ward. They continue to chase. Arcane Shift from Mr. Mizu. Dragon Descent used by Shyvana. Leona going down to Soli. Another ward trying to protect. S0na using Crescendo on Mr. Mizu will get dropped low on health. Arcane Shift to pick up the kill, and Mr. Mizu could easily die to Soli. So just trying to survive, not take any more unnecessary turret damage. Misses with his Q.
Oh, that lifesteal. Is he going to have enough? He's used Sonic Wave. Oh, this is so close. Sorry for interrupting. It's just so close.
Oh god, so many things happening. Jax picking up a kill in that middle lane, helping LeBlanc a bit as Lee Sin just dukes Mr. Mizu all over the place, using wards to try to safeguard and try to get a kill. His Q lands on a minion, but it was not enough. He just backs away.
He can't go in there. I was just such
Black Energy chasing Alex QQ, but Alex jumps on a minion and walks away.
Wow, these fights are just all over the map at the moment, and it's so close. Like, Black Energy did such a good job of kiting back Shyvana, Ezreal, and Leona. Leona having to flash.
Creating Mayhem jumps over the wall with his distortion, gets a kill on Lee Sin, picks up a shutdown. Ezreal, Black Energy is caught by Leona as LeBlanc just pulls away. She's low on health. Ezreal continues to chase after Leona, uses True Shot Barrage, gets slowed by that Solar Flare. splits
have our
LeBlanc
thing
in
picked
two, picks up a kill on Leona and just pulls back. He could easily take LeBlanc now, but he doesn't want to risk it, as here comes Zed and Shyvana. Shyvana almost having her descent, dragon descent. Zed turns around towards her. They continue to chase. Ezreal's dealing quite a bit of damage with only 2 hits on Shyvana.
Yeah.
Can you run this from? Can you run down some of the major items that are completed this game early in the at this point in the game and the goal differentials? Who's leading and who's not?
The goal difference at the moment is around 3,000 in the lead here for the red team, and it's unexpected really. Alex QQ is getting taken down a little bit in the top lane. They're going to actually come into him. So many
Heimerdinger baiting, forced to pull a flash, stuns Alex as the rest of his team just going to go and dogpile on Alex. They know they need to shut down Jax. Ezreal's Mystic Shot lands. Elimar will survive and picks up the kill on Jax. Oh my god, really nice teamwork.
Yeah, that's Safeguard saving him right at the last minute with the heal coming out there from
Mr. Mizu gets caught by Enatic HD, forced to arcane shift over the wall. Will get caught between Black Energy and Enatic. Black Energy dealing nice damage to Mr. Mizu, arcaning shifting, and will be missing with the two shot barrages. Rez the Panda picks up the kill.
Rez is too strong there, and like, we were talking a bit about items. We see both of the Ezreals have gone for a Triforce now. They're pretty similar. Looks like Mr. Mizu is a little bit behind in gold, but Black Energy has not had a chance to go back and spend his gold at the moment. Alex QQ there in the top lane. Sheen builds Water Cutlass. We said he was going to build into that Triforce. He's almost got his Zeal as well. It's going to be very strong when he decides to
Leona jumping in with her Zenith Blade on Black Energy, uses Solar Flare to stop Soli. Shyvana using her Dragon Descent will try to get to Black Energy, but with that Listen near, they will not jump. Here comes Alex, looking
Jax
for a kill on Ezreal. They continue to chase. Here comes Elimar. Eltramar.
Not gonna have enough damage. Oh, it's
Shyvana turning around for Soli jumping in, kicks Shyvana back, kicks Leona back. Zenith Blade will catch him. Jax, she'll pick up the kill as the rest of the team, as actually only Heimerdinger, will slightly be around and trying to push that lane. They really want that third tower.
Yeah, they're going to try and get it, but they've spent a lot here to get 1 kill on Jax, and I'm not sure if it's been as worth it as it seems to have been. Yes, they're still ahead in the gold, about 3,000, but if Jax can farm up a little bit, he'll be so strong. We see Seeker's Arm Guard and Tear of the Goddess going to engage here on the top lane. Wow.
Heimerdinger will go down as Alex QQ. Jax will pick up the kill, especially with that bush warded. So that was a nice 1v1, as we have a 3v2 in that middle. Creating mayhem, just using his distortion ultimate to try to get on Enatic. They will pick up the second turret of the game, so it's 2-2 in turrets with 2,000 gold difference on, actually 1,800 gold difference. Enatic dodging that ethereal chain. Listen jumping in will pick up the kill on creating mayhem. S0na following up as Shyvana is chasing there. Here comes Leona, Zenith Blade landing. Nice crescendo catching both of them. Nice safeguard to avoid to dodge that Solar Flare. Nice kick from Listen. It was Zed dying to Ezreal. Ezreal picks up the kill. And Dragon is back up.
Mr. Mizu did get killed though by Black Energy. He's going to start on the Dragon. He's going to go down quite quickly here. No one's coming across to help him. He might actually die to Dragon. It has got that Soraka ward on it, but look at this. He's going down so low. Oh.
Execute! Survives. Barely survives. OP Dragons. I heard that the wolves were deadly because I've died and my friends have died to it as jungling, but I'm starting to believe that Dragon is more deadlier than the wolves.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger. It can eat the wolves, that's the problem. So it gets the bonuses of the wolves as well. See the Blade of the Ruin King here, finished up on that Suja, on that Shyvana, getting that extra attack speed and lifesteal as well that you can get from it. Has recently been nerfed a little bit with an increase on the decrease on the range of which you can cast it, but it's not a huge nerf. And with someone who's a melee champion, it really doesn't matter that much. You need to be up in people's faces anyway. You might as well get it and be able to get that slow off and get the extra movement speed for yourself. The Creating Mayhem here has gone for the Deathfire Grass build. Probably going to build it into a Spirit Visage as well. We've got that Ruby Crystal and the Sorcerer's Boots, so going for sort of a magic penetration bursty build, which is expected on LeBlanc.
I'm actually
really what you want.
Yeah, I'm expecting Leandri's Torment from Creating Mayhem just because it's a really nice armor pen, a magic pen item, and most assassin mages go for it. Black energy dropping to 50% out of one boom, out of
Alex
one
Cuckoo's
combo.
gonna get caught.
Kyuku is getting caught. Zed using his death mark will get low, is ignited, does not get saved as Creating Mayhem picks up the kill. They go for black energy. Ethereal Chains pick that up, making it a double kill for Creating Mayhem as Heimerdinger, a clever Yordle, comes around from behind and rockets her to death.
Yeah, I mean, that Haunting Guys into Leandri's Torment is a very strong build on LeBlanc. Might delay the Leandri's Torment a little bit because you do get that bit of extra damage over time, but you do see some AP mids will decide just to slow that down. It looks like Natsutra's going to come across towards Suli. Suli's going to try and do Dragon by himself, which you can do on Lee Sin. He's got that Ravenous Hydra. He's got the Ninja Tabi as well for the little bit of extra armor, but they're going to come around on him now, and he's going to get engaged upon.
Yep. Here comes a 3-man gank. They continue to chase. S0na using her burnout. Nice safeguard as he has that as he has that sidestone, so he can easily just save up. If he can play this properly, he can jump in with his Q on any of them and steal it. Two-shot barrage gets a Chloros, and Lee Sin does as I say. He picks up the dragon kicks. S0na back. There is the Raz the Panda. Solar Flare wasted. Dragon Descent wasted as well. Black energy comes from behind, will pick up S0na. Zed chasing, joining in the party as well. Xenoblade did catch Soli. They are still chasing. Crescendo was used, it's on cooldown. Black energy still chasing, will pick up a kill on Leona. As they continue to chase, Arcane shifts to Mr. Mizu, misses, but he'll turn towards Mayhem. Creating Mayhem picks up the kill on Black energy. Here comes Zed, will pick up a very easy kill, continuing that streak in the mid that he started, as Alex is on 50% health and pushing that top lane.
Yeah, Triforce build first there on Alex QQ, going to give him that extra everything, really. It basically gives you every stat in the game apart from armor and magic resist. It's one of the strongest items in the game, and that's why it's much loved by many players.
Well, usually Jax, we see Jax going for, after Blade of the Ruined King, going for Spirit Visage and Randuin, so they get that he can get that health, magic resist, and armor, and I'm guessing if the game prolongs that, goes that much into late game, that he'll have those two items.
Yeah, I mean, you just want to build those first core items of the Triforce and Blade of the Ruined King on Jax, and after that, you just build resistances, you build a bit of extra lifesteal bonus.
S0na jumping in on Inatic, here comes Jax, but Zed will use his Living Shadow to jump, and Alex just jumps, claims, walks away.
I did have to burn his flash for that one, but it was probably worth it, getting that kill on Inatic.
Jax jumping in on Raz the Panda and Black Energy. S0na using Black Descent, Raz the Panda low on health. They continue to fight under the turret. Nice crescendo catching both of them. Alex not done yet. He wants that Black Energy. Nice exhaust as Raz the Panda saves Black Energy with a sliver of health. And he's just staying there. He will get healed by Raz the Panda and that lifesteal from that Sorcerer Vampiric Scepter.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably got lifesteal on his runes and masteries as well, getting that little bit of extra coming out. But you've seen this a couple of times from Alex QQ, just going a little bit too deep, being a little bit too manly, and just not.
Heimerdinger in trouble as LeBlanc uses a Q and Distortion to pick up that kill and just walks away.
Yeah, used her Mimic on Distortion there because she'd used her Deathfire Glass, didn't need another Sigil of Silence. There was so much damage coming out from it. Used Mimic on Distortion, and that's going to be off cooldown again right about now. That is one of the strengths of LeBlanc. If you can get some early kills, the cooldown on that ultimate is so short.
She is below, she's falling behind Inatic, but she now is just picking up kills where she can on S0na and on Heimerdinger because she knows she can. That's the beauty of the AP assassins. If they can control or if they can get some kills late into the game, they can still help their team by catching someone off. It's shown especially on Kassadin, the shutdown as Alex picks up the kill. It was a 500 gold, if I'm not mistaken, bounty. Alex not done yet, continues to chase after Zed, hammers him, making it a double kill as Ezreal is low on health, tanking the turret as he's trying to pick up that push that bottom and kill Leona, but he will get caught by Alex, especially since his arcaning shift over that tribush. Very nicely played.
Yeah, it's a nice easy way to escape theirs as well. If you know they don't have a ward in the bush, you can arcane shift in the opposite direction to the way that you would usually go, and it means that you're quite able to escape from those sorts of ganks. And we saw there from Alex QQ what you want from a Jax. You want him there cleaning up the fight. Yes, he can go in and initiate, but he doesn't have the health or the armor or magic resist at the moment to be able to do that. He's only got the Triforce and the Blade of the Ruined King. Yes, he's got Ninja Tabi, but that really doesn't give you as much as you'd expect. So I'd like to see another big item coming out from him. Maybe a Giant's Belt going into a Randuin's, or a Negatron Cloak going into that Spirit Visage, getting some tankiness under his belt, and then he'll be able to engage these fights and be able to win them really easily. He's 11-6, really should be doing a bit more for his team than he is at the moment.
Black Energy getting caught by Mr. Mizu. Mr. Mizu, because of that Bloodthirster, is dealing a bit more damage, as Ezreal, after picking up Black Energy after picking up Trinity Force, went for Iceborne Gauntlet, which shares the passive with Trinity Force, and I'm not sure how smart that choice was.
Lots of Ezreals do actually do that because yes, it shares the Spellwave passive, you still have the same passive coming out from Sheen, but you do get the extra AoE slow from the Iceborne Gauntlet, and you get the stats from it. So you get that little bit of extra mana, you get the extra ability power, and you get a bit of armor as well. It does actually allow you to play a kiting Ezreal quite well, and that's probably what Black Energy is going for here.
If he wants to survive 3 champions that can easily dive him, 4 champions.
Here comes the engage.
Leona jumping in, followed closely by Alex. Shyvana using her Dragon Descent, walks right flash into Crescendo. Jax picks up Black Energy. Zed goes down as Elmedinger did pick up Leona. Shut down as Alex goes down. Soli will survive barely with that safeguard. Shut down as S0na goes down, and it is 3-for-3 at the moment with Ezreal and Shyvana chasing down Soli and Heimerdinger. Heimerdinger really playing safe, staying behind and using his turrets.
Yeah, Mr. Mizu just got caught out a little bit in that fight, wasn't able to do much. He's going to go in on Elrumai at the moment though.
Mr. Mizu is low on health, but he will turn towards Heimerdinger, who uses Zhonya's. Here comes Soli surviving, because he did heal up on those minions on the side.
That's something you can do, especially if you get that Spirit Visage on the Lee Sin after getting a Ravenous Hydra. Oh, True Shot Barrage just missing there on Elrima. If you get the Ravenous Hydra and the Spirit Visage, you're going to get a lot of it lifesteal, and it really helps you sustain up. Mr. Mizu rotating around towards this blue buff, not going to go for it. He's actually trying to catch Elrima out. Not sure this is the best idea, because if he gets caught out himself, here comes the True Shot Barrage. Oh, it takes him out!
Wow, that aim.
That aim, I don't know how he knew he was there. There was no warding. I think it was probably just a lucky guess, True Shot Barrage, but that's exactly what I just said. He gets caught out, it puts his team behind for around another 40 seconds, and that's a long time at this point in the game.
What do you think, or who do you think will win in the next team fight? Because this was the first proper team fight we've seen, a full 5v5,
Yeah.
and it was dead even. Who do you think, if played properly and positioned good, who do you think will come off victor in the next team fight?
I think the thing that I've seen thus far is it all depends on your champ's ultimate, and if he can get in there. Oh, he's actually engaging.
Alex jumping in on Black Energy is using Counter-Strike, but missed because Ezreal, as you mentioned, is a kiting machine because of that Iceborne Gauntlet and Trinity Force.
Yeah, one thing that we've noticed in this game is your champ needs to hit those ultimates. If he doesn't hit those ultimates, they don't tend to win the team fight. Alex QQ is going to go in the top lane again. They
continue to chase. Ezreal goes down as Alex just tanks that turret, will clear those minions, and that was...
Engaging mid lane.
Dragon Descent drops on Rez the Panda and Solis. Rez the Panda using Zhonya's Hourglass. They continue to fight. Here comes Elmar. Nice crescendo, but Rez the Panda goes down. Soli dropping to 50% health. They continue to chase. Yule, Leona low on health. Yule the champ. So many different names. Here comes Shyvana, pick up a rare kill on Lee Sin, and they'll pick up that inner turret.
Yeah, they fought that entire fight without Mr. Mizu there. He didn't need to be there. Alex QQ managed to knock out Black Energy in the top lane. Look
Alex
at the
jumping,
damage.
being jumped by Zed. Zed did use his ultimate, but Alex will pick up the kill, and they will just continue to push.
Yeah, they can do the split push now, creating mayhem in that Suja, pushing down that middle lane. Looks like no Suja might be able to take it down by himself, actually, because he's got that Blade of the Moon King. It's actually built a recurve bow as well. Last time I saw that, it was building into a Wit's End, which steals away magic resist from your opponents now, as opposed to just giving you flat magic resist.
Alex will
you can
jump
go
on
and
Black
get flat.
Energy. They continue to fight. Ignite did go down, and Alex is just gonna pick that kill easy. This is an avalanching Jax. He'll just jump on Res the Panda, tank the turret, walk away. Nice crescendo catching Mr. Mizu. Heimerdinger coming from behind, pick up a shutdown on Alex. Zonya's Mr. Mizu's damage, and will just walk away. Here comes Lee Sin, will not even safeguard Heimerdinger. So Heimerdinger will walk away. Nice exhaust as Mr. Res the Panda picks up the kill. Mr. Mizu trying to escape. He will walk towards that Leona. Arcane shifts to Res the Panda. Res the Panda will easily deal enough damage. Arcane shifts actually flashes into the base and will die to Res the Panda as Eye of the Sauron will pick up the kill.
ISL just too strong at the moment. The problem actually is here for the blue team. Yes, they have a snowballing Jax. Yes, they have Mandarin's Omen on him as well, and another giant spell. It looks like a Warmog's coming out. They've got the Aegis as well coming out from the Leona. It's actually built into the locket of the Iron Solari, giving that extra shield if she activates it. But S0na, Res the Panda, has built AP with a Shurelya. It's AP with an Iceborne Gauntlet with a Shurelya, and she's going to be doing damage and putting out heals in these team fights, and you can't negate the fact that yes, she's playing a support champion, but they still do a lot of damage if they're built AP at late game. And S0na, yes, she's not the best scaling mage or AP carry, but she does do a lot of damage, and looks like there's going to be engaged in mid lane.
Yep. 3-on-3 as Alex is just trying to do his things, trying to see if he can jump on someone, solely safeguarding to Heimerdinger, but they will play it safe. They're just gonna clear the waves, try to push. They were pinging for Baron earlier, but they need to kill Alex, and Alex solely jumping in on LeBlanc. He did kick back Alex into his team. Solar Flare used, creating mayhem, picking off Zed. Continue to fight, so it's 1-for-1 at the moment. Alex could go down as Heimerdinger picks up the kill. Soli is very low on health, gets Zenith Bladed, safeguards to Heimerdinger. Res the Panda trying to heal him. Dragon Descent used, gets stunned, double kill as Leona goes down. Here comes Black Energy using his True Shot Barrage. Triple kill for Heimerdinger and an ace. Blue team goes down and red team just lost Zed in it. 5-for-1, very good trade-off.
Yeah, superb trade there for the red team, and we talked about the strength of S0na. Her heals kept her team alive throughout that fight. Nice crescendo went along a bunch of people, and Heimerdinger is strong as well. Turrets give you great pushing power onto turrets. Like his turrets give you pushing power onto turrets, and they managed to get an inhibitor, which is something the blue team never managed to do. They're going to try and push down here towards the Nexus. 10 seconds on creating mayhem, 16 on Alex QQ. No, they're going to back away towards Baron.
They can't decide. Soli wants Baron as Ezreal wants Black Energy, and Res the Panda want the inhibitor turret, Nexus turret, and Nexus turret is a far better choice this far into the game. They will pick it off and they will deal a bit of damage to the second, but they need to pull back as here comes Homeguard Alex, jumps on Res the Panda, uses Randuin's, doesn't do much with it as Black Energy just continues to kite, forces a flash out of Alex. Alex isn't dealing that much damage to Ezreal. Here comes Zed, Arcane Shift, jump, they continue to fight, Death Mark used, Ignite used, they continue to chase, they slowed, True Shot Barrage from Mr. Mizu misses. Black Energy will go down to Alex's Ignite, but Enetic will pick up the kill as Creating Mayhem will finish off Res the Panda. So Res is down. Creating Mayhem trying to use Distortion to escape. Ethereal Chains misses. Minions and Super Minions chase. Here comes a safeguarding Soli. And Enetic is there, but they will not do much. Shyvana trying to move there.
Shyvana is coming across towards the mid lane, and Jax went very deep there. Yes, Res the Panda got caught out. Mayhem's going to get jumped on here.
Soli jumping in, using the safeguard on a minion, on a ward. They continue to chase. Zenith Blade catches him, creating mayhem, picking up Lis Sin. Elimar in trouble, and this is a bad engage. This was a shutdown, 500 gold shutdown in the back pocket of Shyvana, and they can turn this around. Zed is trying to push that top. They have a huge minion wave because of their opened inhibitor in the middle. The red team can easily push all the lanes now. They will pick up that top inner turret, and Mayhem and Kinetic Energy will just Kinetic HD will just walk away or try to walk away, as Mr. Mizu is also going for that Iceborne Gauntlet. He'll try to flash out. Zenith Blade misses. Kinetic is still being chased. Blue team can easily go for Baron now.
Yeah, they're not going to though. They're going to continue this chase, which I don't think is the smartest idea. Just want to bring us back to that last team fight and the great job done by creating mayhem here on the LeBlanc. He stood still after his passive was popped and he got that extra clone, stood still himself and moved the clone away. Suli chased the clone, thinking it was the real person, and then creating mayhem was able to use distortion and get back into the fight and kill Suli after he'd chased his clone for a good 3 or 4 seconds. Meant that he didn't die and meant that they got 2 kills out of it. Really well done.
Black Energy chasing down Natsuja, dropping him to 50% health. He continues to chase because of that E ability from Raz the Panda. Just that movement speed is really nice.
Yeah, it's really helpful. It's not that good early game because you're in lane and you don't really need to move around as much as you'd like, but people tend to get it around level 8, level 9 and then max it out as they go along. Usually the last skill that you max on S0na, but it's still very strong when you get to team fighting stage.
I like to use it a bit around level 5 when I'm playing S0na, if I'm playing against a Blitzcrank or a Trash, just to give more mobility to my AD carry and myself. But that's my preference.
Understandable. We look. Sorry.
At the moment, red team is pushing that in the base of the blue team. They are trying to look a way to either push one of the other inhibitor towers or going for that secondary nexus and hopefully winning the game. They need a good engage, they need a good crescendo and true shot barrage from Black Energy, but Black Energy is pushing that bottom inhibitor turret by himself. It's really low on health. Natsuja is there in Shyvana, Alex jumping in on Enatic, LeBlanc jumping on Heimerdinger, killing him. Nice solar flare catching 2 of them, solely dropped, crescendo missing. Raz the Panda goes down as Mr. Mizu picks up the kill. And this is a bad engage for the red team. True Shot Barrage dropping Black Energy to below 50% health, solely duking both Shyvana and Leona, creating mayhem, face planting himself into the wall. Mr. Mizu picking up solely, this making it a double kill if I'm not mistaken.
Yep,
Unofficial.
managed to get 2 kills in that fight.
And it is 45 minutes into the game, 42 to 44 in kills in favor of the red team, but they are starting to lose team fights. And the gold advantage they have is slowly but surely melting away.
The main thing there was that Heimerdinger neither used his Seraph's Embrace or his Zonya's, wasn't able to even react to the fact that he got melted down, and if he'd been able to do that, he wouldn't have died in the fight. They would have had that extra damage. Upgrade is such a good ultimate if you've got a couple of turrets down because it slows everyone as well. They're going to try and push down this middle inhibitor, and blue inhibitor has respawned Black Energy. Wow. Dropping
low, very low on health as creating mayhem is dealing so much damage. Turret goes down, they start working on the inhibitor. Here comes Zed, he has his death mark. He's just looking for a way to use it without him getting himself killed. Jax is trying to look for a way to drop that top inhibitor, but the red team lost 2 inhibitors, or actually lost 1 inhibitor, but both top and middle inhibitor turrets, so they're open on both sides, and that is actually a mirror match to the blue team. It's a really close game, even this late into it.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3,000 gold in it, and teams are at 70,000 gold. Like, when you're at less than 5% gold difference, you know it's going to be a good game. And looking at it, it's just so interesting. Looks like the red team's going to group up towards Baron here. It's not warded from the blue team. There aren't any wards anywhere near it, and they should be able to take this one away. Creating Mayhem was in the bottom lane, has got those home guard boots though, and will be able to run here as quickly as possible, but they have started up this Baron.
Yep, they did, and they are... Mr. Mizu and Alex QQ are there, Zed trying to keep them at bay, just moving back in and out, but they will just... Red team will secure that Baron. Turn around towards Jax, as Jax is being kited by both Ezreal and Enatic. They jump on him, he jumps back over the wall on Mr. Mizu. Here comes Leona, Zenith Blading on Black Energy, uses that solar flare to catch 2 of them. Mr. Mizu's True Shot Barrage misses. Enatic is jumping in around, he will go down to Alex. They continue to fight. Creating Mayhem goes down to Elrimar. Shyvana was to the side. Mr. Mizu low on health uses his barrier. Mr. Mizu kills off Black Energy. Will go down himself if Soli can land that one good Sonic Wave. Jax jumping in on Heimerdinger. Raz the Panda picks Alex, and that's the most kills that S0na has been getting always on that Jax. They continue to fight. Nice Dragon Rage coming from Lee Sin, kicking back Shyvana, trying to survive. He will go down in the end. Turret goes down in that bottom lane as Shyvana picks up a double kill before dying to actually Heimerdinger.
Yeah, but look at the Nexus turrets here from the red team. They're getting pounded on by these super minions. Yes, they haven't taken any damage yet, but here it comes. Down to about half health, and it's going to be another wave coming in soon. The inhibitor in top lane is getting pushed down as well. Look at that. It's down to 3/4 health. Bot lane inhibitor turret is down to half health, and just so much damage coming out. Well fought there by the blue team, managing to keep them just around. Got 4 of the 5 people down as well, getting the Baron buffs on them. And yes, it wasn't the best engage because Natsujo wasn't there. He came in really late. They probably shouldn't have gone in, but they managed to kite it out, and they've just gained that bot lane turret, which means there aren't any inhibitor turrets here.
Nope, and they are dead even now in the inhibitor turrets. Dead even. Can you tell us now that things have slowed down and it was the only supports left alive? What are the goal differentials in the lane? Who's winning who, and where do you see the next team fight leaning into? Will it be another blue team victory in the team fight skirmish, or will it be dead even? And who gained the advantage is most fearsome and should be focused?
I think the main person that we have to look at is Alex QQ in every fight. Like, he is doing a lot of damage, and if he can survive, which he hasn't been very good at, he should be able to win out these fights. He's just picked up a Hex Drinker quite late on that item, but if you think you're getting burst by magic damage, actually popping Randuin's there. I'm not sure who popped it. Someone popped Randuin's. They're going to engage it from the side. Mr. Mizu coming in, deciding to back out of that one. I think he's baiting this.
Alex jumping in, stunning Lee Sin there. He uses Safeguard. Everyone's dropping really low on health. Nice crescendo catching 4 of them. Lee Sin is there. He will try to jump on Mr. Mizu as Alex jumps on Ezreal, Black Energy. Alex should go down to Soli, and this was a 4v4 without Zed or Shyvana foot. And this could mean a red team victory if they played smart. And this was the 4th dragon of the game, 2-2. In either side, Mr. Mayhem jumping on, Creating Mayhem jumping on Raz the Panda, picking up the kill. So Safeguard flashes over the wall, Soli jumping in on Q, forcing Zhonya's from Creating Mayhem, picking up the kill. In the end, Shyvana goes down to Black Energy, and it is 4-4-2 with only Leona alive. And I haven't seen Leona doing much or being much of an impact in the later team fights now.
She landed a beautiful solo play in that last fight, but the problem was Alex QQ was there alone. The rest of his team was there on pretty high health. Like, the only person down was Creating Mayhem on about half health, but that's LeBlanc who can jump in and out, and it looks like they're going to go for this Nexus turret. Should be able to finish up the game here if they all go for it, although they're waiting for this one solitary minion to come and help them out. The problem is communication. Alex QQ just doesn't quite seem to have the communication with the rest of his team, meaning that they're not able to get the damage down, and Alex QQ was tanking a lot, and Solarflare actually coming down onto Black Energy. He might go down, no, turret goes down.
Jax gets back up, Zed uses his death sentence. They did jump on him. Inatic is just continuing to chase, doing what Expecka did. Nice Solo using his Safeguard to kite around the turret. Double kill for Alex, but that Nexus will go down with Soli barely surviving.
Yeah, well done there by Sully to be able to pick up the Nexus. Black Energy had backed away a little bit, came back in to help finish it off, and if he'd stayed, I don't think it would have been quite as close, but such a close game in the end of the day. Just a little bit of communication problem for the blue team, not quite stacking their skills and stacking their ultimates as they would want to, but well played by both teams there. Thank you very much for casting with me, Tempe.
Yeah, thank you as well. I really enjoyed it. I'm full of adrenaline now. I do apologize for some stuttering and mistakes. I have come from a day job, have my Ramus head, so I'm like super excited and super tired at the same time, and this was fun. This was super amazing, super fun. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, comment, rate, share on both my channel and S0na's channel. He is amazing and you should watch his streams. And yeah, see you next week.
Thank you very much, everyone. See you next week.